Alright, today we are here to look at burning boxes. And what we are looking at is solid burning boxes. So we have a solid, a dense solid, a fluidized, and a dense fluidized of bronze. And we are going to put one piece of gold in each one. We're using gold because it's very dense, and it should be equal across all of them on how much heat that they take. And then we are going to take one piece of lignite coal dust, and we're going to put that in each one of these. And we're going to use these hoppers on the back because the fluidized, oh, you can put it in, okay, so we're just going to put it in the front there. So we have one piece of dust in each one, and that is it. So let's get rid of these. We don't need them. All right. So now the only thing that's going to be different between these is I am going to wrench this pipe down, and now there will be calcite in both of these where these do not. That is the only difference between the two. So if we look up burning boxes and we look at the bronze, it says efficiency 75 for 24 heat. And if we look at the dense bronze, it's 75% efficiency at 96 heat, which means that the dense one will burn 4 times faster than the regular, but put out the same amount of heat overall. It's just going to get that heat faster. So when I turn on the first two, the second one should run faster, but they should both end at the same overall heat. Now when we get to the fluidized ones, it is 75% efficient at 96 heat. So the basic fluidized is the same output as the dense, but it should run at better fuel efficiency, even though it doesn't really say it, because it's still 75. It should be more efficient. So we will be testing that. And then you have the last one, which is 384. That is the highest heat output you can get for bronze. That's what one of the things that makes the fluidized burning boxes better, is because you can get way more heat out of less material. So let's light these all up, and it's going to take a second to light each one, so the numbers will change, but we're looking for the final number, so it's not that big a deal. So we'll watch these burn. You can see that the first one went up really fast, but it stopped at 1890. Then the dense at 820. But now when the first one gets done, it should be at 820. And when the second one gets done, it should be at 1890, which it is. And now the slowpoke over here should, there we go, 820. So these two both stopped at exactly the same amount on the same piece of fuel. These two did 1,000 more heat with the same type of fuel, which means that the fuel efficiency is better because it's using the molten calcite and the lignite as its fuel. The molten calcite is like an oxidizer to the fuel, so it's giving it more fuel efficiency and allowing it to burn longer and hotter. So if you already have molten calcite, which you can pump it in through a drum, So if you want to use these early on, you can just use a crucible to get your molten calcite, then funnel it into a drum, and then drum it to pipes into your fluidized burning boxes. Or what I'm doing here is using a smelter that is making my molten calcite and just piping it in. That's what I consider the proper way of doing it. You're not really going to want to run these. You've seen how fast they ran on one dust. It's not really that great to try to move around a drum of molten calcite all the time. So, but they are more efficient on the fuel. They also heat up really, really fast. So there is your testing. Have a good one. If you have any questions, let me know.